Alright, so it's, what is it, Monday night? Tuesday night? What day of the, Tuesday night. I forgot what day of the week it was. So, Monday night when I went out, I didn't show you, it was kind of raining, it was getting late, and I wanted to go see go watch the game, and we all know how that turned out. There wasn't much of a game to watch, so, but it's Tuesday night now, and I'll show you what I found. A nice, giant over the stove microwave. I was actually surprised I could fit it in the trailer, and it does fit, and it's not too heavy to haul. So I hauled that back here. I picked that up, came straight here, dropped it off, and then went back out. And on my way back, I seen a giant fan. I'll show you. It's downstairs. So I'll show you that. So there's this. That's kind of dirty. It's definitely greasy. Where's the bottom? You can see greasy. I found that. Found some pots and pans. Super nice, easy ones. Just unscrew the handles. And they weren't rusty or anything. Super easy to clean, so I cleaned those up real quick. And then I scrapped out the other, the inverter microwave that I found, which was kind of junk. It was an inverter, so luckily that's copper, but the fan motor was aluminum junk, which I could tell just by looking at it through the vent. So, and same with the turntable motor, very little copper in it. It was very small winding on that. So there's that, and that. Oh, and I said it was Recycle Week, I think earlier. It's not. It took me until a couple hours ago to realize it's not Recycle Week. I look at my calendar that I keep, and no, Recycle Week last week it fooled about, I don't know, half the neighborhood. And fooled me, and I'm usually not fooled, so I just brought those back up now. Some people still have theirs out. I know at a grandmother's it's still out because I thought it was recycled. I really thought it was. And so, that's... Oh, and that other fan that I found from Sunday night, that was junk. That was aluminum piece of junk. So, wonderful. So, we'll get this scrapped out maybe tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to head out tonight. James usually does take a quick peruse over there because it's, because of the way he comes back from work. Instead of just keep going straight and making the turn on the side street to come over here, just make the turn and go the other way. That's where the route is. So, he might take a quick peruse through there. He usually does. So it's almost 11, so we'll find out in about 10, 15, 20-ish minutes here if that is what he's going to do. But I will show you that fan that's downstairs and the faucet, although that's already all scrapped out. That is a piece of junk. Looks like a cord, but it's not. I think it's just a piece of foliage or something. I don't know what we're doing with this crap. I think it's just one of the Christmas decorations that need to be put away. They're still in the backyard, but it's also super muddy back here. It is ridiculously muddy. It's rained pretty hard for, the last 2 days at least. And then since you figure since Friday, it's been raining, so there's still some snow. It's not all gone. But most of it's gone. And like if you spread this out, it would be gone. So, your neighbor over there, he's still got his recycling out too. So, we'll see if we're going out on the Tuesday route. If not, we'll see maybe this weekend. I don't know what the weather's going to look like. We'll see. Alright, so here's that big fan I was talking about. Sears intake exhaust. Just plugged it in. It does work. What we'll do with it, I don't know. Or at least it did turn on. So I don't know what we're gonna do with it. No idea, but it exists. But at the moment, since we have a little bit of time, we're gonna process some motors and get some copper. So we're gonna working on about to fire up this. You had to put a new grinding disc on it because the other one, see, it still has some meat on it, but it probably will just be easier, especially with the guard on it, to have a fresh one to cut in it. Also stripped a couple transformers. It's up in the other copper bucket at the moment. So that's the secondary overflow of number 2 copper. This is the other bin, the main bin that's loaded up. So start filling that bucket. This needs to be scrapped. This is the one that's not. It's only worth, because it doesn't work, it's only worth parts, $20 plus $20 shipping. For the $20, after fees and playing around with it, shipping, you're not making any money. If anything, could possibly lose money. And then for the $20, for this, as big as this is just not, it's not worth playing around with. I'm just going to scrap it out and be done with it. Because probably after fees, alone, it'll probably be down to, what, $10? Plus I'm gonna have to buy a box and the bubble wrap. Just overall, the amount of time that will need to be put into it for $20 only, it's not worth it. Now something small like that, one thing I just sold today, there's a little light thing, that it sold for $25 plus shipping. Super easy, it was easy to test, and it's fit in a little 4x4 box. So this is something that's just not worth it. This will just be scrapped. This one's got a nice Core i5 CPU in it, so the CPU will probably save out of this. The rest of this is scrap, I guess. I don't know, James playing around with it. I guess it's just junk. Still a bunch of that BX wire that needs to be stripped. Strip some of it in that bucket, and then there's the mounted bare brights over there. It's coming down now with the over-the-range microwave that's outside. So wire bin's filling up. Here's some of the motors to go through. These ones I think are not selling as motors. These need to be stripped. These ones, the nice cast aluminum outside, big industrial motors, those need to be stripped. In this bucket that you can't see, and then there's some other motors on the ground too that can be stripped. I'm not gonna have time for it all today, but there's the other microwave. So we'll get that stripped. There's my little inverter board from the other one. So at least with inverters, it does have copper in it. It's just nowhere near as much as a transformer does. So that's that. So that's pretty much it for now. We'll get to stripping a couple of motors. There's that. Brass is filling up nicely, that's for sure. Oh, there's the faucet that I was talking about. There's what's left of it. That I stripped out. Got that all stripped out. It was buried in the snowbank, and then probably this week I'll see the other thing if they didn't garbage and grab it. It looked like it might have been a medicine cabinet. At first I thought it was shower doors. I think it's a medicine cabinet that was half buried in the snowbank. So we'll get to stripping a couple motors, add a little more copper for the pile, and maybe I'll get around to the computer. This I want to do a video though. Also got a nice little copper band in it, I can see. Probably a nice transformer in it. So we'll strip that at some point here. And maybe this wire at some point will actually I'll be stripped down. But that's something James has got to do. I don't have the patience for stripping wire. Maybe if I had an electric one, maybe I'd be able to tolerate it.
Put the wire in.
I hate stripping. It's too tedious. It's something I
Easy money.
didn't. Yeah, James thinks it's enjoyable. I don't. So that's one of the things I just leave for him. So we'll get back to work. Alright, so real quick, we're in the main part of the route. Still have our little 3-street area right here to run. I got a couple things that's pretty abysmal. There's a lamp on the bottom here. There's steam cleaner, so there's cord on it. And these couple pieces of steel that I only picked up because we're going to the scrapyard tomorrow anyways. So I'll hit these 3 streets and see if there's anything to be found. Alright, I should do this more often. Bringing out the flashlight to show you so you can actually see with the headlamp. You can't. It doesn't show up well on video with the flashlight. It shows up good. So first little run. The main part. I got the lamp. Then I found this steam cleaner. And then as I was coming down the final street, I seen this stuff sitting there, and I figured I'll grab it only because we're going to the yard tomorrow anyways. in theory tomorrow. That the plan might get screwed up, but because I think last week I said we were going to go Wednesday. Then our grandmother had a doctor's appointment at 1, so that wouldn't work. But she ended up going to the hospital, and then she might be getting out tomorrow. So then if she's getting out tomorrow, depending when, we're not going to be able to go unless it's fairly early in the morning. But usually it's like midday at like 12-ish. So we may not end up going to the yard tomorrow. May get pushed back to Tuesday. But we'll see. So I just picked up these 3 little pieces. There's also like a basement sink plastic one like we have, and James found one before. Didn't have its faucet. Someone already probably looted that. Because when we first got back, or when we got back from going where we were going, a little errand, I seen competition. No, I seen them come from this way. I seen competition going up the street, and that was like 6:30. So I figured, well, I'm not gonna bother going out. I'll wait like an hour and a half. Let it marinate. Give it a let it marinate. Let the trash piles marinate and see if what else appears. So that's what I did. And it was about 8 o'clock when I left. It's about 9 o'clock now. So for an hour, this is okay. But also, everyone seems to be getting microwaves. I seen another microwave box over there, but that was also there last week. But because it wasn't recycle week, so they didn't take it. And then there was another one where I found the steam mop a couple houses up. There was also another microwave box, and I want to say I seen another one too. So everyone was getting microwaves for Christmas. That one is empty. The one over there I didn't check. I kind of just assumed it was empty because the competition had been through earlier in the day, so I figured if there was anything, they would have grabbed it. It would have been grabbed. So anyways, this ironing board on the last 3 streets here, on that one over there, I seen the ironing board, seen the pole, the shower rod, and there was a Swiffer too. I just broke the plastic off, threw that out. But actually, as I came back, I was offloading this down. I'm going up the street. There's these bright ass headlights. I can't see anything. Come to find out, it's a competition. I seen the guy's got like a washing machine with a strap. Got the tailgate down, but he has a cab. He's got a bed cover, so I can't see what else he's got. But the other guy, who I seen earlier, he was pretty loaded. His whole truck bed was full. He didn't have sides or anything, but it was full. And that's a truck I haven't seen before. I've also never seen that white truck either with the cab. The white truck I normally see doesn't have a truck cab on the back, bed cover, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't normally have that. So that was partially explains why there was hardly anything out. But obviously they weren't on the last street yet, because they would have seen that stuff. That was pretty obvious. The ironing board could have been missed. So Christmas stuff's coming down. Christmas is over. James kind of letting those de-thaw before he puts them back in the house. Like I said, scrap run tomorrow. This little bit of crap. I don't even know where this came from. One of the microwaves, what is this, the inverter one? Yeah, the inverter one. So that might not go, actually. A couple other pieces. Some poles and some other stuff. On top of the little bit of crap I just found. Cut the cords on that crap, put that in the pile. And then downstairs there's another microwave. There's a giant over-the-range one. There's a different one that's pretty full. There's a bucket and some other miscellaneous stuff as well. This bin of aluminum is full. The bin downstairs is pretty full. So I don't know if we're going to take the aluminum in, but this is also bulky or stuff. So I don't know if we have space for the aluminum and some other little bit of non-ferrous stuff. Wire bin's full. I'll take you down there and show you what I'm talking about. So trying to think, anything else I want to tell you about? Oh, also by James's work, he said he's seen there was 3 roll-offs. And he said he checked the one, he saw that it had conduit in it. He didn't see if it had wire or anything in it. And he said he checked the 2 and not the 1. And he told me about it last night. And I'm like, you didn't loot it? You didn't dive in there? And there's competition locally, who's also on YouTube, who goes into that area. So I guess yesterday he said that's tomorrow's problem. It's tomorrow. His truck's backed in, so we can take scrap in tomorrow. Apparently we're not going. So, well, if the other competition gets to it, we'll see it. We'll see it in a video here. So that's it. I'll show you what we got downstairs. Or we'll show you that as part of the scrap run video. So, again, we'll see if we're going tomorrow night or Thursday night. We'll see. It kind of depends on James, so we'll see.